Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into something pretty amazing.
Always.
Today, we're looking at AI.
AI.
Yeah, artificial intelligence and how it's totally changing audiology.
Oh, cool.
Our main source is a keynote by Brent Edwards,
Fun.
the National Acoustic Laboratories. He talks about blending cutting-edge tech with that human touch in audiological care.
Interesting.
Get this, we might be seeing AI hearing tests right on our phone.
Really? On our phones?
It's coming. We'll also look at how AI is being used to create virtual patients to train audiologists.
Sounds like sci-fi.
It's becoming reality. There's even the possibility of AI detecting hearing loss just by how someone talks.
Wow.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
So you ready to jump in?
Absolutely.
Okay, so first, how fast is AI actually evolving?
Well, Edwards mentioned in his keynote that AI capabilities are doubling every 3.4 months.
3.4 months.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like incredibly fast.
It is.
No other field is changing that quickly.
Exactly.
It makes you wonder what audiology will even look like next year.
Right. So with AI evolving that quickly, what's its impact on healthcare overall
Well, the Stanford AI Index just came out.
for 2024?
Yeah, and it says we're seeing the first clinical use of AI for diagnosis just this year.
Oh, wow.
Huge milestone. AI is being used for lots of things.
Like,
Training, screening,
Hmm.
even helping diagnose conditions.
uh-huh.
It can even advise on treatments
Really?
and streamline all that admin stuff.
So it's not just for the medical side.
No, it helps with the business side too. And it can even monitor patients and motivate them with their treatment plans.
So it can help patients stick to their care plans?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You know, when I think about AI in healthcare, I think of self-driving cars.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was talking about those a while back.
Mm.
Back in 2019, there was an article in Nature Medicine by Topol. He talked about AI making driving safer and more efficient.
Right.
Not by replacing drivers,
Right.
but by, helping them.
Assisting them.
Yeah. AI in audiology seems similar.
It's more about helping audiologists do what they do,
Yeah.
not replacing them.
Absolutely. It's about augmenting their skills.
Right. Augmenting. And that's really important because,
Yeah.
well, the Australian Government Department of Health and Aged Care, they predicted something.
Oh.
They said by 2060, the number of people with hearing impairments in Australia could double.
Wow, double.
Yeah. So AI could be crucial
In what way?
for helping audiologists manage all those patients
Oh, I see.
and making sure everyone can access hearing care.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So how's AI actually helping manage all this?
Well, there's one development that's really interesting. They make iPhones and stuff.
Yeah.
They've started getting into audiology.
Really?
Yeah, with their AirPods Pro 2.
AirPods, the headphones?
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah.
They have this new hearing test feature.
Okay.
Basically, it turns your AirPods into a portable audiometer.
Wait, so I could test my hearing with my AirPods,
Pretty
but
much.
how accurate could that be?
Surprisingly accurate, actually. The clinical validation studies are really impressive. Their hearing test feature, the average difference is only 1.81 dBHL compared to an audiologist's test.
So, pretty close.
Yeah, very close. And it's got a correlation coefficient of 0.974.
Okay, well, that's more technical. I'm not really sure what that means.
Basically, it means the results are very reliable.
Okay, that's good to know. But what about hearing aids themselves?
Right.
Could AI help with fitting those?
Actually, yeah. Apple's AirPods Pro 2, they also have this hearing aid feature.
Oh, okay.
It lets people adjust their AirPods based on their audiogram.
So you could basically self-fit your hearing aids.
Kind of. They did a clinical trial, and people who used the self-fitting feature, they were just as satisfied as those who had a professional fitting.
So no need for an audiologist.
Well, not necessarily. It's still early days for this technology. But it shows how AI could make hearing care more accessible.
Yeah, especially for people who can't easily see an audiologist.
Exactly. Like those in remote areas, or
Or
who can't afford it.
it's like democratizing hearing care.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got these personal devices, but Edwards also talks about some really cool research happening at the National Acoustic Laboratories.
Yeah.
Yeah, using AI to create virtual patients.
Virtual patients.
Yeah, to train audiologists.
Oh, wow.
It's a project led by Nikki Chong-White.
Yeah.
They're creating a safe environment for audiologists to practice
Practice what?
their communication skills, like how to handle different patients.
I see. So it's like a simulation
Exactly, like a flight simulator.
for audiologists.
Yeah, you can make mistakes and learn from them without any real-world consequences.
Right. That would be helpful.
Yeah, especially for new audiologists.
Makes sense.
And there's another NAL project, too.
Oh,
This one's led by Jessica Monahan.
okay.
And get this, they're using AI to detect hearing loss in children
How?
by analyzing their speech patterns.
Just by how they talk.
Yep.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
But how could that work?
Well, their AI model looks at things like pitch, formants, and spectral shape in a child's speech.
Okay.
And the accuracy rate is amazing, 97%.
97%. That's incredible.
It is. And catching hearing loss early in kids is so important.
Absolutely. Early intervention is key. This could be a real game changer.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of groundbreaking things,
Yeah.
the NAL-NL2 prescription formula.
Ah, yes, the gold standard for fitting hearing aids. What's new with that?
Well, it's the most use-fitting algorithm in the world, right?
Right.
But they're working on a new version.
Really?
NAL-NL23. And guess what?
Nice.
AI is playing a big part in developing it.
Wow, so AI is impacting everything.
It really is. But before we go any further, I wanted to mention something.
Oh,
I was
cool.
talking to ChatGPT the other day.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, the AI chatbot.
Okay.
And we got talking about AI in hearing healthcare.
Interesting. What did it say?
Well, it's based on some work by Recker in 2023, but ChatGPT believes AI could really improve patient outcomes.
How so?
It talked about personalized treatment, monitoring hearing over time, analyzing tons of data, and even automating tasks to free up audiologists' time.
So they can focus on patient care.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
AI can handle the more routine tasks.
Right. So what we're seeing is AI is not just about flashy apps. It's also about improving those core technologies that audiology relies on.
Absolutely.
It's like AI is touching every part of this field.
It really is.
But before we get into the impact on the profession itself,
Yeah.
let's take a closer look at how AI is already changing diagnostics and treatment.
Okay. Sounds good.
So Apple's hearing test, that's pretty groundbreaking.
It is.
But what's really impressive is how accurate it is.
Right.
How does it manage that?
Well, it uses the AirPods noise cancellation technology.
Really?
Yeah, they've created a mini sound booth right in your ear.
Oh, wow.
So the testing environment is much more controlled than other at-home tests.
That's really clever. They're using existing tech in a whole new way.
Exactly. And that kind of creative problem solving is going to be key going forward.
Makes sense. So we've talked about Apple's hearing aid feature.
The self-fitting one.
Yeah, but let's not forget about the virtual patient training.
Right, for audiologists.
Can you give me an example of how that might work?
Sure. Imagine a virtual patient who doesn't want hearing aids.
Okay.
Maybe they're in denial about their hearing loss
Uh-huh.
or worried about the cost.
Or what other people will think.
Exactly. So the audiologist in training could practice talking to this virtual patient.
To try and convince them.
Yeah, address their concerns, guide them towards accepting hearing aids,
Like role-playing.
but with a much more advanced virtual patient.
One that can respond realistically.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And as technology develops, those virtual patients will become even more realistic.
Wow. It's incredible how far things have come. But with all this progress, we need to consider the challenges too.
Definitely. Integrating AI into audiology won't be easy.
Right. So, in the next part of our deep dive, let's explore those challenges.
Okay, so good.
Stay tuned.